So, Terron, we'll start with you. Are the Dolphins a playoff team?
I believe so, Joy. I do. If healthy, and I know that's the big question mark, the availability of Tua. Tua's under center every game. There's not a team that the Dolphins can't beat. And not just Tua, having him, he definitely changes the face of the franchise. But I think defensively, getting Bradley Chubb back healthy and Jalen Phillips back healthy with the emergence of Chop Robinson, I strongly believe the Dolphins is a playoff team.
They had a lot of health issues, particularly on defense, like you mentioned. Oh, you saw him playing win-loss? This is Keith's favorite thing to do.
Man, I didn't look at the schedule prior to my prediction in our meeting, and then I got to look at the schedule. I'm sitting
Okay, I
there
have them at 10 wins. No?
Fair.
No, they're going to beat the Colts. They're going to beat New England. They're going to lose to Buffalo. They're going to lose to the Jets. They're going to beat Carolina. They're going to lose to the Chargers.
Damn.
They're going to beat Cleveland. They're going to lose in Atlanta. They're going to lose to Baltimore, lose to Buffalo, lose to Washington,
Damn.
beat New Orleans, lose to the Jets, lose to Pittsburgh, lose to Cincinnati, lose to Tampa Bay, lose to
They're
New
winning
England.
6 games.
And the coach is going to get fired.
They're not winning 6 games, Keith. That's crazy.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? They're not splitting
6,
with
7,
anyone
8.
in the division?
Do I need to go down this list again?
Key, you don't believe that?
Keith.
Nah, he don't believe that.
Come on.
So hold on, though. But
So they're
think about
healthy,
this, though.
right? Like when we do these predictions,
They're healthy.
We
100%
predict a
healthy.
healthy roster, healthy
100%.
Tua, healthy Tyreek, and they're
100%.
winning 6 games.
Yeah. Because Buffalo going to double Tyreek. They're going to play zone, so he's
Jalen
out
Waddle.
there. He frustrated already.
Jalen Waddle.
But the good thing about it, they go to Buffalo earlier in the year. So they could steal that one because it won't be cold. They could, but I don't have them doing
that. The weather don't matter.
Okay, well,
that. We ain't going to do
hold
that.
on.
You ain't going to do the weather.
Hold on, Terron. It does matter.
It does.
It does not.
It does
It's
matter.
not.
Hey, don't y'all like to say facts?
I just had this conversation with Rich Eisen.
But I ain't Rich Eisen, so.
That's a fact.
You know.
But I don't have a problem repeating my statement.
Okay.
We had a narrative. We can't win in the cold. We can't beat good teams.
You can't.
The reality is we've played good teams in the cold. So it has nothing to do with the cold. We haven't been able to beat good teams. Buffalo in Buffalo, Baltimore in Baltimore, Philly in Philly. That's been the losses.
Oh, because y'all beat Baltimore at home when y'all came back from the 5 touchdowns.
I mean, that was an anomaly of a game. That's a historic day.
That was it. I'm saying y'all beat them, though.
It was cold
at
that day.
home. No, it was at home, wasn't it? It was at y'all
No, it
place.
was in Baltimore.
Was it Baltimore when y'all came back with them 5 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Was it 4 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But for the most part,
it's been the good teams, and that's the difference. Whether the Dolphins get into the playoffs or not, beating these good teams, these playoff teams from last year, which I strongly feel with Tua under center can get the job done.
well, I originally in our meeting, I originally said if he's healthy, I've seen y'all with him and without him, and I favor y'all to win with him. But as I look at this, as I look at the schedule though, and after the Carolina, man. I mean, Cleveland, I don't even know what that is, but then y'all get in Atlanta and Buffalo and
You don't even believe in Atlanta.
Baltimore.
At all.
Paul,
No, I don't.
do you think the Dolphins are a playoff team?
I do. I figure, look, they won,
6 games.
8 games last year, 6 without Tua. Adding Tua today can get them a couple more games. I don't see what Keith, I don't got them losing the last 6 games like Keith. And then in the first
crazy.
9, I think they can go 6-3.
I think the Jets going to be better than what people think.
It's going to be good.
I think Pittsburgh going to be better. Cincinnati, we know what that is. Tampa, we know what that is.
What's Cincinnati?
Yeah, what is Cincinnati?
And Cincinnati,
What's Pittsburgh?
Cincinnati just got to shore up their defense. Offensively, you can't slow them down. Joe Burrow threw for 9,000 yards last year.
Also, Washington is in Spain, right?
Oh, it is?
Madrid.
Yeah.
That might be a coin toss then.
Yeah. I think they're in contention. I think that the AFC is really deep. I think they're in contention, but they got to get a first-round bye. Or at least win the division. They do. The Dolphins are 1-6 in games under 50 degrees since 2022, and 0-5 in games under 40 degrees.
Dog. I've been in the cold weather, can't win if the temperatures are 50 or below.
Weather don't.
But they're also okay. Well, would you agree with this then? Would you agree with this? To me, the Dolphins are built on their particular. I understand they had injuries last year defensively, but they're a speed, finesse, timing offense.
I got to take the finesse word out of it.
So you think they're a physical offense?
I think it's a physical offense.
No,
Run the
you
ball.
were physical.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
Taking
You ain't there no more.
Taking you out of
me you talking to now?
Yeah.
I'm right next to you.
You
were
one of the
physical.
ones with the beard and the
See,
truck
look,
with the
you know
this
the
one,
offensive
with the
lineman.
beard.
You see what he got? He got the beard.
And the truck.
What that mean? Keith?
That means you gonna do something to somebody. That's what it means. Yeah, that's what
That
it
means
means.
we're watching how we speak to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but everyone else,
Yeah.
you think they're a physical offense.
I do. Run game, we are a run-first team. You see the speed on the outside, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon A-Chan. We do have the speed.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue to have that label because of those players. But it's a very physical style of football that the Dolphins play in the run game.
They run into the left and they run into the right. They sprinting to the left and sprinting to the right. They're not running in between the guards. They running on the perimeter. That's not physicality. Physicality. All right, listen, we're going to sit down and watch some tape. so I can really show you how we was doing some things to people. You were doing some things to people.
Collectively.
I understand it's your team and your guys. I get it. But when I'm watching the games and I'm looking at it, and like Joey said, I don't want to call it finesse because I don't think anybody that plays in the National Football League is finesse.
Why is that an insult?
Because it's football, we don't like that.
They got a bad stigma to
Yeah,
it.
we don't like finesse and soft and all that. We don't like that.
Now finesse is soft. First of all, I did
That's
not
the
call
way-
the Dolphins soft. All
No,
right?
I understand.
I did not say that. Stop throwing words out. All right, I'm barely surviving the internet this week as it is. I said Dolphins are fast, finesse team.
Okay, so
offensively.
So the offense is the same, pretty much the same offense as San Francisco. Same offense for the most part, right?
Yep.
90% of it. But we don't consider the San Francisco 49ers a finesse football team. We consider them a physical football team.
We might this year.
I don't know.
Think of the pieces that they lost.
You don't
understand.
consider them a speed team either.
But the reason we don't consider them a speed team
don't
is
have
because
Tyreek
they don't
and
have
Jalen
Tyreek and Jalen Waddle.
Right.
Y'all got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek, and then y'all had
A-Chan.
A-Chain and all them. So that was speed.
Yeah.
So that narrative is going to stick with the Dolphins until they get rid of and get some bigger receivers on the perimeter that's coming down, blocking safeties and doing those sort of things. I'm just looking at the schedule, man.
I mean, you've got George Kittle, you've got Debo. Like those are players that are different than what the Dolphins have. Like that's part, and Kittle's still there obviously, but Debo's not there. Like what San Francisco runs and what they've been their identity over the past couple of years may not be what they are this year.
Maybe. They still got that left tackle.
And you would agree that Tua is a timing,
He still got that left. He got a beard too. Yeah, so.
Terron has made comparisons of Tua and Drew Brees, and you double down on it this week on Good Morning Football. Do you think that's a good comparison, Key, Tua and Drew Brees?
I do. You know, not just because they're both smaller quarterbacks, but I think their anticipation.
Yep.
Their arms aren't well, Drew Brees' arm wasn't strong. He threw with anticipation. Same thing with Tua. Tua's a very anticipative thrower of the football, except that throw right there, which I can
Why do we keep throwing that?
jump in the damn camera
Show me
on
that
for
one.
that. Because he's throwing it behind the dude and late. It
But
just
why
drives
is
me.
that the highlight that we're showing?
I didn't pull the highlight. I didn't pull it. It just makes it
We
just
have to have more
Can we stop
tape.
running that play, please?
it makes me mad watching it because I know he could do better. But I do believe that he has a lot of the same traits as a Drew Brees. And you was in the huddle with him. I've never been in a huddle with him. I don't know how to ask you this. I guess I'll just ask you like I would say. Is he smart at the quarterback position?
For sure.
Like, can he process the information?
Yeah.
Can he then spit it out to you guys, dissect the coverages from the front to the back end in a heartbeat like that?
He can.
Then if he could do all of those things, then yeah, it's very Drew Breesy. And yeah.
He can. Tua is highly intelligent. Like you spoke on the anticipation.
Yeah.
His precision, his accuracy, the command he's starting to get. Like Drew didn't come out the gate as the final product that we saw of Drew Brees, the Hall of Famer. Yeah. Drew had his growing pains the same way. I'm not saying that they're the same player. Tua would never be Drew Brees. He's not trying to be. He's trying to be Tua, the best version of Tua. Highly intelligent. As he continues to grow and get more command of the offense, I think the separating factor to take Tua from really good to great is the late game situations. Situational football, that's the separator. That's the thing. That's the reason why Patrick Mahomes has been to 5 Super Bowls. Those guys win one score games repeatedly, consistently. That's why the Chiefs continue to go to the Super Bowl.
See, and I also think though when you talk about the two and the difference, and I tell them all the time, there's a difference in understanding the running game and the passing game as a coach. I don't know if McDaniel really understands the passing game as much as he does the running game. Like, he was the run game coordinator in San Francisco. He was around the Shanahans as a run game technician, where Drew Brees had Sean Payton. And Sean Payton is a passing. I had him as an offensive coordinator. So he knows all the passing game stuff. I don't know if that's the case down in Miami when I'm just watching some of the concepts and some of the things that they do.
Well, Terron spent the first 9 years of his career with the Saints, and 5 of those years, Aaron Glenn was a defensive backs coach in New Orleans. He's now the head coach of the New York Jets, and Glenn has been getting praise from his new players. Brees Hall said Glenn tells players what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Hall also said that the Jets are in a win-now situation and not a rebuild.
AG still look like he can backpedal.
Yeah. He still got it, man.
Paul, are you confident that Aaron Glenn can turn the Jets around?
Yeah, I'm confident. I mean, I just, you know, when I hear him in his interviews and I see what type of personality he's going to bring to the Jets, culture building, he's going to inspire confidence in the young guys. And maybe they might not turn around this season, which possibly they can because they got some young talent over there. He's a coach that's going to demand success, and he's a culture builder. And that's what the Jets need. They haven't had a culture in so long. They haven't been in the playoffs in what, since 2012?
2010.
2010?
It's been a minute.
It's 15 years. So he's going to get them back on the right track. He's going to get their mind right. He's going to have them with the right attitude. And the good thing is he has a young core to develop into that.
Could you tell when he was with you in New Orleans he was going to be a head coach?
For sure. Him and Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that they spent so much time together in Detroit, like you said, culture changer, they're bringing that. They're bringing that mindset. They're bringing that intensity. I really think he's going to do amazing things in New York. They got a lot of young talent for sure. Got to shore up the quarterback position. Justin Fields, he get a chance to run the show. But I love everything that AG brings. I'm rooting for him for sure. I hope they lose 2 games to the Dolphins.
Let me see. What did I do?
So do you think the Jets will be better?
I got him beating the Dolphins twice.
I do. I got a lot of faith in AG. A lot of faith in him. And you see what they built in Detroit. I think their first season, they 2 wins, 3 wins. And then all the way this year, they was the #1 seed throughout the entire season. It takes time to build a culture. I think at the starting point, his floor is different with the Jets than when they got to Detroit. A lot of talent there. A lot of talent. The defense is stout, is stellar. I think they can win this year.
What to you is the key piece in starting to build a culture with the team?
You got to get the buy-in from your best players. You get the buy-in from your best players, and from the head man, he's holding everybody accountable to the same standard. Nobody's getting any type of favoritism. Nobody's getting a chance, an opportunity to slack or do things that another guy can't do or rookie can't do. But you get your best players to buy in, and they start preaching the same message. It builds a mantra. It builds an identity, and that's how the culture starts to change.
Yeah, I can't wait. No,
Got your jet screen on right now.
Yeah, I can't wait, though. That's my guy. You know, I played with AG a couple places, but
You
I
played
think...
with this dude right here?
Which dude?
Right here.
Oh, yeah. He was...
With all the gray?
Yeah. He was a...
The gray hair? Y'all played together?
Dog.
No, I'm just saying.
He's trying to say that you have the gray hair.
No, I got a little bit.
No, but I'm saying y'all
got mine up.
You played with him? You played with him, right?
I got a little bit.
Yeah, but he coached. See, he coached, so the stress has got him great. He's coaching. That's the difference now. It ain't got nothing to do with the age. I know what you're trying to say. I'm just going to ignore it.
He's walking you into it.
But at the end, I think you're right about the culture building. It starts at the top. And it reminds me a lot of, just because I know Sean, and when Sean went to New Orleans as a head coach, a couple years later, they was in the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl. Yep. But he had that was just a low situation. Then they had the whole hurricane situation come to town, and he had to keep everybody rocking together, and they got through that. They go on, they win the Super Bowl. And that's kind of the similar thing with Aaron Glenn, being in and around Bill Parcells, Sean Payton, Dan Campbell, all from the same tree. Understanding Bill Belichick, just understanding those sort of things. You take those same traits to New York and get those players to follow, like Brees Hall said, to really understand. You don't want coaches. You know how coaches are, man. They look you in the face and tell you what you want to hear, and then sit up and just reel in the back, and the next thing you know, they looking to replace you. That's what they do. but you're not going to get that from genuine coaching like AG. That's just not something he's going to do. He's going to tell you exactly what it is. He don't care who you are, how much money you making. He could care less. Just think about the way the exit went for Aaron Rodgers. He don't care that Aaron Rodgers is a future Hall of Famer. Not at all. He wants somebody in the locker room that everybody can rock with and respect. And it wasn't the case for AG and Aaron Rodgers, so he said, peace, see you later.
Was that how Doc was when he came in?
Yeah, Doc, me and Doc was into it when he first came in.
Yeah?
We didn't see eye to eye.
Because you shot the ball. You was a hot dog, man.
Look. No, it's a couple times. Look, so like one game,
Not playing within the system.
he talking to the young fellas. You know, he talked to me. I'm already established vet, all-star. And he said something foul to me. And I said, you ain't about to be talking to me like that. And I walked off the court, right? So we didn't have our then. He had a timeout. He was like, Paul, you need to pass the ball. And I was like, well, trade me then. I threw the clipboard. I was like, well, trade me then.
And he talked, hey, look, enjoy.
Pass the ball.
Man, it was something, dog, because I was already frustrated. We losing. I'm like, no, well, trade me then. Off this.
And you always talking about my behavior.
Nah, it was...
That's ridiculous.
Can we find that clip, guys?
It's not wilding out.
I don't think this was in the
Oh, so you know
timeout.
he was wild.
Yeah, he was.
What makes you think I was wilding? Please.
I've watched you.
You have a
you
book.
don't.
You have a book about your behavior.
Wilding out. I wanted to win, and I wanted to win a championship, and I wasn't settling for anything less.
Right.
That's not wilding out. That's trying to motivate and get the people to do the right thing. You're not doing the right thing if you're not getting me the football. That's number one.
I thought she was going to be the football version of Spreewell. You know, Spreewell.
Stop, man.
What he did to a coach, I thought you was next when I used to watch you.
Paul, if you don't
I
stop.
was like,
For real.
No, they love
trade me
running.
then.
They love running this clip. Oh, I done use that one too. Trade me. Yeah, trade me. I bet you won't trade me. I done use that one for sure.
You trademarked it. That was you.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's sort of kind of, I mean, you know. Look, man, I'm going to live it. It's mine. I'm good with it.
Terron, before you go, we talked last time you were on, but you weren't in studio with us. So Paul is very confident that he can get by anyone. He can get
Right by you, right there. Look, hold on, look at the footwork, though. I got the footwork.
You're going to hurt something, man.
No, show him, go run it back. Show him the footwork.
I saw.
Yeah. I'm out. Oh, right around you. I can't get to the quarterback like that.
The feet are so heavy. The steps are
The
so...
first thing he does is raise up.
He popped straight up.
He don't even bend the hula hoop.
Oh, man.
You gotta bend the hula hoop, man.
No, that slap right there would have got...
The slam.
got you.
What the hell are you talking about?
You want to try it out?
No, go out
No,
there.
I'm better now. No, I'm cool now. No, look, because now I'm getting low now. So now I'm right here. Now I'm getting
That's alone, though. Look at this
Stay
thing.
low. Oh, see, pop.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. That was it right there.
Not encouraging.
We got a new one, y'all.
You can encourage this behavior.
We got a new one, y'all. I'm in better shape now. See,
Stop. Who's your stiffest competition?
Anyway.
Stiffest competition you had?
Probably throughout my career, Myles Garrett. We've had some battles. Robert Quinn, he would be another one. Yeah, probably Myles.
Myles Garrett.
Had a few dance recitals.
Was he like? I mean, you're a big dude, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you slimmed down a little bit since your playing days.
A little bit.
Was it when you stood across from him? though? Did he look crazy, like a big old just?
He probably got 0.5% body fat. He's
0.5?
I don't know if that's accurate, but
He probably
looked
probably
that way.
slimmy. Yeah, he looked like it.
Probably just this, like that's it.
Yeah, none.
The cheek,
Right.
That's it.
That's how Alonzo Spellman used to be.
He's crazy.
Alonzo Spellman looked like that, just big old, just crazy coming around the edge. I ran from him. I cracked him. I cracked Alonzo Spellman one game, and I came in motion, bam, hit him, and he looked around, and I knew right then and
He was
there
looking for you.
he was looking for me.
Yeah.
So I just went to the sideline. He came to our sideline. If you do that again, I'm gonna snap you in half like a pretzel. And he had one of them, full beard, and his head was shaved though. He had a bald head with the full beard. It's like, man, don't let him get to me, because if he'd have got to me, Paul, he'd have crushed me for sure.
So you were scared, like legit.
Legit. Because he had some other stuff going on upstairs. Just didn't know. No, Paul, grow up. Grow up, Paul. We're talking sports.
Thanks for joining.
No, thank you.
Really
Don't pay
appreciate it. You
attention
were
to
great.
Paul.
Yeah, that
Paul
was
got to
Paul.
grow up, man.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.